Hello folks and welcome. Linux Mint 21.3 Cinnamon, hot off the press as of last week. People have been wondering how you can do custom themes, custom icon sets, and custom mouse pointers. Today's video is about that. So I did one the other day for 21.3 XFCE desktop, and that one has an assisted tool that you can use to install some of this. Not so much in Cinnamon. You're going to be doing a lot of that manually, but you do also have some themes that Linux Mint provides you can download. But maybe you've exhausted that list, and I'm referring to this setting in here. So add and remove. And I'm also going to show you, basically there's no add and remove in here for custom themes, but I am using custom themes today, and these are not installed by default. Just to give you an example of my Mint menu and the file manager. Okay, so today's video is about those kind of things, and I'm going to walk you through the complete process. Filming in 1920 by 1080. You can adjust your YouTube player accordingly. You are watching this on Linux for Seniors, and if you Linux is for any age, but the name of my channel is Linux for Seniors. You can find me on YouTube if you don't see that icon. I had a subscriber that told me they couldn't see that icon because they were watching my video on someone else's channel. Let me move on. So, icon sets and themes make your desktop look quite different. Mary is our user for today. It's just a made-up name. Okay, so right-click, System Settings, Themes. Your icon will look different. So in here you have mouse pointers, which I'll talk about last, application, icons, and desktop. Where these are actually installed in your system, and if you're a current subscriber, you'll find something new in the Community tab today. And it describes the locations I'm about to show you. Mouse cursors or mouse pointers and icon sets are stored in the same locations if you manually add them. The application and desktop are installed in a different location, but they're installed in the same place as you click these also. Alright, so if you went through this list already and you didn't like whatever's in here, and you went through this, and this, and you didn't like whatever, then I'll talk about a website that has over 1,000 somethings for you to install. So let me talk a little bit about Mary's folders and your home folders. You can click Show Hidden Files and Folders. Again, you'll find references now, if you're a subscriber, in my Community tab about some of this information. So I'm going to click that, Control H. And this may seem very busy to some. I'm only going to talk about this folder and this folder today. Nothing else. Everything gets installed in either .themes, which is a hidden folder, .themes, .themes, or .icons. I sometimes manually create this folder constantly on different Linux distributions. So whenever you click this button here in your system settings on Linux Mint 21.3 Cinnamon, it auto generates these folders if they're missing. I'm going to say this again. When you click that button and the .icons folder is not here, or the .themes, it will automatically create them with nothing in them. Blank. Zero content, in other words. Alright. Sometimes when you switch mouse cursors especially, you will have this .icons folder sometimes give you a default folder. I want you to notice that these are all in nice, neat containers called folders or directories. There's no scattered files in the .icons folder and also in .themes. So to give you the example of what is in .themes, a hidden folder, I'm going to go into the advanced settings. So if you're in the simplified, you go into advanced and into the add and remove. Whenever you add a theme, it shows up in this folder. An example of this is this one right here. I'm going to delete it from here and you'll see that disappear. I'm going to hit the trash can. And now I'm going to add it back and you'll see it reappear in here. So Linux Mint provides you with some of these themes that you can add yourself in here from this list. But again, if you don't find what you like, then I'll show you a website that has over 1,000. And you can install them the same way as in a similar fashion. But there's no install key here. This is just the stuff that Mint has. When I install these, I do them manually. And I'll show you how to do them. They're really simple. Okay, but you can also, I can also remove this by just deleting that. And it's gone. Because everything that you click in here gets installed in this folder. .themes. So far so good? Okay. The same thing with mouse cursors or pointers. There's no install button in here. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about these folders. So in .icons, again, if you click the themes in settings, if you click that button, it auto looks for these folders. If they're missing, it recreates them. And more importantly, they're empty. But I put stuff in there manually. So I put in candy icons, and let's take a look at some of these things. Candy icons looks like this. I will have to go to the home screen for a second and turn off hidden just to let you see the perspective. I'm going really small to really large. Then I'm going to hit Control H again to show you hidden and open up that folder in a little bit reasonable way, reasonable size. Hopefully that's good enough. And I want you to notice these icons are totally different. All right, so that's candy icons. The future icons you already seen. Those are the blue ones, and the icon sets are totally different also. And then we have, I'm skipping over the blue Oreo because that's a mouse pointer. Pokemon is a mouse pointer. Skirm is the mouse pointer I'm currently using. And then I'll switch it over to Sweet Rainbow, which is that one. I'll give you the perspective from the home folder. Control H. Small to large, and somewhere in between. Okay, and I'll switch that theme, and I want you to notice the icon sets are also different. And we left off, where did I leave off? Sweet Rainbow, right? So Sweet Yellow is this one. This one here looks better in a dark theme. I'll just use any dark theme to give you a perspective. All right, and we're doing Blue Sky. And then the last one is Windows Beauty or Booty, which is this one. Going to the home folder for a perspective. And large to small. So the .icons folder contains, and Windows Booty looks like that now, if you're curious. I'll switch to Futura. But anyways, to give you a perspective of what is in this .icons folder are icon sets, which are icons in this area, and also mouse pointers. So if you manually add like the blue or blue cursor here, it looks like this one right there. And the Skirm you've already seen, so maybe the Pokemon. Where's that one at? This one. All right, the rest of these I added. I actually added the AZENAs in a different area in USR share icons. It looks like that. And the other one is called Radioactive. You may have seen that on some of my videos. That one's also stored in USR share icons. Linux Mint has those stored there. So that one is installed in USR share icons. And this one is also, I added that manually. You will not have this one. And this is your standard cursor. All right, just to give you a perspective where they're installed. The system knows how to look in both folders though. So if you have something in your .icons folder for your logged in user, it will appear in here as long as it's installed properly into a nice container like these, not scattered files. Okay, as you notice, all of these are in nice folders. and so is the .themes. Control H, .themes. They're all in nice containers. So as I pointed out earlier, the right-click System Settings, I can add manual themes, or I can also have the system add them in here. This is Numix Cinnamon Transparent. That's right here. I can uninstall that either from here, or I can actually just click that and hit delete. It's faster for me to do it that way. And it's now uninstalled. To reinstall that, I just need to click that and do that again. And it downloads that or installs that. So far, so good? Okay. My download folder, I have a little bit of organization. So the Warpinator folder is created now if you have Warpinator, and if you open up Warpinator application, it's for file sharing, sending and receiving files. It will generate this folder in your downloads folder now. It used to be in the home directory in here. It used to be where the Warpinator folder used to be. I guess they decided to move it over to here. So that's not my choice. That's their choice. That's what Linux Mint did. They decided to put it in here. Because it's technically, you're downloading files from another system. So anyways, I just wanted to let you be aware that that folder. Now I created these manually. Now why did I do it that way? So this website I'm about to show you has different things on it. They have icon sets, mouse pointers or mouse cursors, and then themes. So all I did was separate them. These are compressed files. Okay, that's a sample of one uncompressed mouse pointer right here. So to give you the example to the mouse pointer I'm currently using, I got this from this website I'm about to show you, and all I did was open that up or extract. Okay, and that's in a nice container, so I would just cut it. And where does it need to go? Because it's a mouse pointer, it needs to go into .icons. That would be in this folder right here. It's already here, it's right here. That's how I moved it from my downloads into here. Again, it needs to be in a nice container. All right, now would be a good time to maybe show you this website. Okay, so if you are not a subscriber, you can find my YouTube this way. And Linux for Seniors. That's the official website. That's the official YouTube site. I had someone just leave me a message just the other day, and I replied back to them. They stated they were watching one of my videos without a subscription key. And I told them, you're watching my video on someone else's channel. Because all my videos should have a logo floating above your time date. Anyways, that's the official. You can also put @Linux for Seniors in a web browser. This part right here. Let me open up a separate tab. Same thing, finds my channel. Anyways, so here's the mission statement, and more importantly, down here. And by the way, these videos are for any user of Linux of any age. Just because you see Linux for Seniors shouldn't deter you from watching this stuff. gnome-look.org. We can get lots of goodies from there. 827 cursors, another name for that is mouse pointers, and 1690 full icon sets, icon themes. And then GDK 3 and 4 themes is what I recommend for Linux Mint, 1523. Moving toward the top, I've also been asked a question regarding this website, and I will go to 100% just to let you see this. There's a search feature at the top and over here. Use this one if you're looking for something specific. I made mention that I had that radioactive mouse pointer earlier. It's this one right here. And you can see that's a match. Anyways, this has a very good explanation of what I've been talking about, this .icons folder. Sorry, I went the other way. This folder right here, your hidden folder called .icons. Okay. And that's where you would want to install your mouse pointers. The ones that Linux Mint gave you and the other ones that I installed are installed in here. That would be USR share icons. And most of your Linux developers that make these Linux distributions also install their mouse cursors there. They're called system-wide installation. That means the mouse pointers in this folder are available for new users and future users. The ones that you install in here are just for you. You're the logged in user. And I recommend keeping this format because you don't have to deal with permissions. You have to be root to add and remove anything from that folder. All right, with that said, we can install that. All you do is click that, wait for the thing to count down, because this is a sponsor now. That gives them a mini tip. It doesn't cost you anything, but this person is sponsoring the developer of that mouse pointer. And all you can do is click that, and it downloads to your download folder. All right, so 827 cursors. You can look at them by latest, you can look them by rating and stuff like that. I have the, what do I have? I have one of these and it is called blue. So I have the blue version of that. All right, so 827 cursors, or another name for that is mouse pointers. And then we have 1690 full icon themes. So pick something you like and then just click the download and give it a test run. And a lot of people will go, well, that looks like it's just made for this or made for that. Give it a try. The advice I have for you is try things out. If you don't like it, delete them, because I'll show you how to delete them rather easily. All right, so again, you have full icon themes. Now let's say you downloaded this one. I'll minimize that just for a second and open up the file manager. This is why I create these kind of folders. So since I'm over here on this website and I'm doing an icon theme after I downloaded this because I got a ton of files in here, wouldn't it be better just to put it in the correct folders before you install them? Or unless you just want to download a whole bunch of these things, can you tell that these are icon sets, or can you tell if they are themes? No, you can't. Not really. Sure, you can. That one says icons, but this one does not. Neither does that one. You don't know if that's a theme or an icon set. So that's the reason I'm recommending that you do it this way. But again, it's just a recommendation. All right, same thing goes with themes. So if you decide to take a look at, wrong themes, GDK3s. So you're looking at that. I will resize that on the fly. And whatever you're into, some people are not into dark icons, and some people, I think I have this one already. That's the one I'm using. So you can click a couple of different ones. I think I was using this one, Blue Sky. It's in 7Z compression. And more importantly, it is in my themes. There's Blue Sky right there. So that's where all these came from. All right, so we're clear on this. gnome-look.org. Again, you can get this link directly through my YouTube site. And don't forget to check out the community tab. I made references that as of 2 hours ago of where these things are stored. Now, how do we install things? You can do this many ways. You can take the box and bounce it off the wall and do a Control Nancy. Control N makes another box and bounce it off. And you can do it this way. Click the Downloads folder here. Click this one with your home folder and open up, let's say, the .icons folder if you're dealing with icon sets or mouse pointers. And then you can candy icons. You see that? I'm going to delete that on purpose so it's not in my trash. I can do a restore later. if I want to, but I'm going to do it the manual way. So I downloaded the candy icons from that gnome-look.org website. I do the extract here by right-clicking. It extracts into a nice container called a folder or a directory, and then we can just move it over. The other way of doing it would be same thing, except I would do a cut or a copy and then go click up on the folder if I'm just using one window. Another way of doing this is if you go and make this full page, do an F3, split pane. I'll click this to downloads and leave this in dot icons. Sorry, I mean not desktop, I want it downloads. There we go. And this is Mary's dot icons folder, and this is Mary's download folder. So if we're still in dot icons, so let's say we're doing a mouse pointer, and I'll open up this one and I'll get rid of skirm because that's the one I'm using. But let's say I wanted the blue Oreo that I downloaded from that website. Okay, that would be this one. I'm going to delete on purpose and reinstall this one. Right click, extract, drag and drop. Or I could have done a cut and paste also. Or a copy and paste. Many ways to do this. So here I'm going to go up a folder, and if we're dealing with themes, then we need to switch this to themes. Just be aware of where you're dropping these files. So Blue Sky is here. Delete. This is now dot themes. Blue Sky I just downloaded. It's in a 7Z. Right click, extract here, extracts into a folder, drop it. Okay. Some things will go something's kind of weird on you once in a while. So I'm going to give you some troubleshooting now. I'm going to go back up to this screen here, to dot icons. And I'm going to click this and go back up one tree to icon sets. And talk a little bit about this one. I'm going to first just give you the idea here. When I open this up, it's going to have 3 folders in here. What that means, there are 3 themes in this inside of this compression. So I'm going to do this on purpose just to let you see what generally people will do. Extract here. And you can see that it's a huge folder because it has 3 themes in it, but you don't know that yet. You're just waiting for it to extract into a nice container. So this again is an icon set. This is not a theme. So I'm going to take that and put it where does it need to go since it's an icon set? Into dot icons. So I'm going to drag the whole thing in here, right? Dragging the whole thing. Puts it up there. Then I'm going to close that, and we're going to look for collonoid in our settings. And it's an icon set. It's not here. And the reason it's not here is because it's in an improper container. So to give you the example is it has 3 folders underneath here. So it's not good. So in this case, I can fix this problem rather easily, and this is how you fix that. Grab all 3 folders and cut them. And go up 1 level and deposit those 3. Then get rid of this blank folder that you pulled all those out of there. So now this is called collonoid, dark and light in collonoid. All right. Let's go back. Sorry, wrong icon. I thought I had this open. System settings, themes, icon set. There's collonoid right there. And collonoid, dark and whatever else. Light. I don't see any substitution for these icons unless I change possibly the application or desktop. But I wanted to let you see that was not, if you recall earlier when I had the main folder up, this was not there. So we couldn't see it, in other words. I'll switch back to Futura, and let's say I didn't like the collonoid. I don't like these 3. Well, highlight that one, hold the control key down, and select all three, and hit delete. They're all three gone. You can verify that by clicking out and back in my case, or just reopening up your settings. No more colonnoid. That's how quickly you can uninstall stuff you don't like. Okay, and then again, you can get rid of the compressed file later or keep it. It all depends on how much space you have left on your drive. Some people will delete them as soon as they install them, and some people will keep that for later. But anything that has to do with your icon sets needs to go into dot icons, and anything that has to do with mouse cursors also goes into dot icons. Anything that has to do with themes goes into dot themes. You can also delete these very quickly. You can delete them one at a time by hitting delete. I'm going to empty my trash so I can do a restore. And I'm going to let you see these first before I dump them. Alright, so I will go back up in my folder to dot themes and open up settings. So I have not shown this yet, I don't think. I think it's down at the bottom. This is amber blue dark and amber blue dark here, very dark dark. And I can also use candy icons to go with that one. So this is an extremely black theme. So if I wanted to get rid of that, it's the amber dark blue, and the other one is just called blue. So let's see the difference on these two. That one's there, and the light color one is this one. At least that one's a little bit lighter. I'll leave the icons alone. So if I wanted to get rid of the amber suite, those two in here, I'm going to switch to something different. I'll do blue sky on both of these. And that way I'm not using them when I delete them. So I wanted to get rid of both of these. For whatever reason, I don't like these two. And maybe even Mars at the same time. All three, delete. All I did was hold down the control key. Now when I go into my settings, you won't see them anymore. They won't be in this menu. The same thing with in here. You don't see those. And then you turn around and go, well, maybe I changed my mind. Well, the good thing about that, they're in your trash. You can do a quick restore. Now I can go back to my settings. Take a look at these icon sets, by the way. I haven't shown. That's Firefox and the menus. I don't think I showed that earlier. Settings, themes. So we're going to switch that from blue sky back to amber dark and amber dark. And now I'm back online and back upstairs to my standard dot themes. So you're looking at that one right there currently. So that installed, that amber blue installed this and this at the same time. So applications on desktop are both coming from this same folder. So it has another one called amber blue, which is this one. It's the lighter color one. But it does have the applications or button set, if you want to call it that, that has the lighter color theme. So that's this one. I'm still using candy icons. I can just change that out and get a little bit of mixture. Okay. So a lot of times when you make combination sets, you get different outcomes. Okay. So again, these are all installed in these sections here and here. When it comes down to, what are we using here? Blue sky. This one here generates two things. This one and that one coming from that folder. And that's in dot themes. Icon sets, again, are not found in themes. They're found in here. So for the compressed folders, let's recap this. You don't have to do this. I'm going to turn off my split pane, F3, and then you can put them in subcategories, or you can just mix them all in here. But like I said, if you decided to do it this way, I'm going to cut them and toss them in here, and then walk over here and cut these and paste them in here, and mouse pointers also, and cut these and paste them in there. This is how you normally would have your folders if you don't organize them, and how easy it is to tell what is what. The ones that say cursors are easy to identify. The ones that say icons are easy to identify, but the other ones are not. You don't know if that sweet rainbow is a theme or an icon set just by staring at them. So in this case, that does say cursor on it, the one I'm currently using, and that one does say cursor on it. These would be easy to identify. That one would be too, because it says icons on it, but this does not. So that's why I say I recommend that you organize these in folders, but that's still your machine. Thank you for watching.